So, welcome back to Vlog the Second, as I get more and more used to vlogging, which means talking to the camera and recording it and talking about whatever happens to be in my head at any given moment in time. I have a lot in my head right now, actually. So, getting on the whole writing thing, what I'm working on right now is a collection of short stories. Well, technically what I want to be working on right now is the Mercedes Ketch books. I've created a character named Mercedes Ketch, and the tagline for this one is that her dad was an archaeologist who specialized in finding civilizations that shouldn't have existed. So he's sort of like an Indiana Jones, but in the modern era, who made the annoying habit of, putting on exhibitions of his findings and being like, yo, the shit that you're teaching in schools does not actually apply. This made him a lot of enemies, but, also sort of made him a bit of a crackpot, because the official story of history as we acknowledge it tends to be fairly entrenched. And regardless of the evidence that you can put to support it, if you're the sole guy going, hey, everyone else is wrong, people tend to look at you like you're, out of your goddamn mind. So John dealt with a lot of that, and he finally found concrete evidence that he was right and everyone else was wrong. And he was getting ready to present his findings when the Lebanese government sort of came in and was like, yeah, get out of our country. And he was like, but look what I found. And they were like, you found nothing. So they got rid of this group, debriefed him, sent him back to Israel to fly him back to North America. And en route, his bus blew up and he died. They shipped what was left of the body back to the States for the funeral, and Mercy and her mom go, and she's like 12. She's at the funeral for her father, and she and her mom get run over leaving the funeral by a drunk driver. Her mom dies in her arms, and she gets clipped pretty good herself and goes into a coma for several years. And when she awakes, she finds out that 3 years have gone by. Her muscles, her body is atrophied, not nearly as severely as it could have, but still pretty freaking bad. Her adopted family has actually been taking care of her as best they're able. And so the first book, Her Father's Daughter, is basically her putting herself back together, and both mentally and physically, because her mind has also fallen apart during this coma. So there's a lot of psychology involved in it, and it gets into a lot of surprising history, and I don't want to get too much into that, because that's sort of something that I think the reader should discover on their own. So I'm waiting on that to finish being edited so that I can edit it. It's at an editor right now, and I'm really looking forward to editing it, because I think it's a really cool story, and I think it goes in a lot of really cool places. And I think you'll dig it, really, which is why I wrote it. Really, the first 4 chapters are ass. I keep doing that thing. I really need to stop that. Chapters are ass. They need to be rewritten. I know they need to be rewritten. I want an editor to go through them so that I have some idea